Hey guys, this is just a quick video to show you how I actually do some day trading. I'm taking a look at the DXD, which is the ultra short Dow 30 Pro Shares product, and what it does is it acts in the opposite direction of the Dow. The Dow is currently down 287 points. What I intend to do and what I like to do is hit the extremes. In other words, I like to see a bar like this, and I like to buy right at the bottom of where that bar came down to. Now, on this bar, the low of that bar was 68.57. So what I'm hoping to do is go in with a market order when that trades back down to 68.57. If I can get it, I can get it at the extreme of the bar. And that gives me a very low risk proposition, because if it goes below that, even by 1 penny, I'm out. So what I like to do is, kind of hold on and see if in fact it does trade back down to that 68.57 level. If it does, I'm basically trading with the trend, but I'm also getting at the price of the stock at a very, very low price. What you want to do is of course, you always want to buy low, sell high. So I'm looking at, these are 5-minute bars I'm looking at, and what I want to do is, as soon as that touches the 68.57 level, I'm going to send in my order. I've got my order confirmation dialog all set to go. All I have to do is hit the send order, and I will send this in. The market is in a pretty dramatic downtrend today. We're down 280 points. The advancers and decliners, the market internals are horrible. Decliners are 2,717. The advancers are only 74 issues today. Very, very poor. This may not come back down to my price. I'm not sure here before we change. But I like to see it hit that low. I'm also looking at some other market internals, and I may just go ahead and purchase this if it closes at the high of the middle 50% of the bar. That's my other entry point. If it closes above the 50% of this bar, like it looks like it's about to do, then I will go ahead and enter an order. I'm looking at my market internals just to make sure there's confirmation here. I'll show you exactly what I'm looking at. I'm looking at basically the internals, these internals right here. This is the difference between the volume on the advancing issues and the volume on the declining issues, and they're really at extreme levels. And so I'm kind of waiting for this to kind of come back down just a little bit, because I want to try to get the very, very, very best price I can possibly get. There it goes. And get my thing out of the way there. And the market internals look like they are creeping up a little bit, but everything still looks like it is a positive. I may not get it exactly at the price I want, but I'm going to go ahead and take a chance here, fill the order. It did close above here, and immediately it started trading higher, so all I have to do now is go in and place my order and get that ready to sell. If it doesn't keep trading higher, my stop loss is at the bottom of this bar here, which was 68.57. I don't think I'm going to let it go that long, though. Keep an eye on the market. I got filled at 68.96. So I just want to keep an eye on the price. I'm hoping they make it back up to the 69.50 level, and I'll make a nice $250 profit if it makes it back up there, based on 500 shares. So I'll pause the video here, and hopefully the market will make it to my target, and I will come back as soon as it does. Well, the market's not really doing anything here. Just kind of traded sideways for a little bit. Starting to pop up a little bit now. Taking a look at my market internals just to make sure I'm on track. If the if it trades down a little bit, I'm out. I am going to hit the sell button. If it starts trading up again, fine. I'll hold on to it. Market internals are working in my favor. The one thing I look at, of course, is whether or not the market is going to turn, and if it does turn, where does it go? Keep an eye on the Dow. The Dow is ticking right around the 300, minus 300 level. It's going a little bit lower now, 299, 301. That should give me a pop. It's not strong enough, though. I'm afraid we're going to have to get out of this trade for a slight break even. But the market internals still look fairly positive for this trade, which means they're extremely weak. But I don't think this is going anywhere, so I'm getting out. And that happens sometimes. So all we have to do is reset and look for the next opportunity. Sometimes I go long, sometimes I go short. If I want to go long, I look at the DDM. DDM is looking kind of strong here. I may go ahead and take a position on there. Now, it only cost me $5 in commissions on 500 shares. I like to take extremes of these moves, but, we'll see. This could be just a little bit of a rally inside of a bear market. It may not be a true turning point here, so we have to kind of keep an eye on it. But those are the things I look at. I'll bring up my DXD, which is the ProShares short. I always like to keep these loaded. It's like little my gun here. This is my gun. And now it's starting to pop up a little bit here. If necessary, we can re-enter. If I get some, yes, I think we will re-enter. And the market internals looked favorable for a re-entry. Let's see if that holds true here. We should get a pop here any second. Keep this active. In case I need to get out quickly, but I'm looking for a little pop up to 69.50, and I might just get it. We just have to be patient, because all of a sudden things did not look good on the internal scope. And when the internals do not look good, the market will turn and go higher. Well, in this case, lower. My stock will go higher because it's the ProShares ultra short. And so we like to keep our eyes on the internals, make sure they're working in our favor. Volume continues to be a real problem in this market. Boy, things are just getting sold like crazy. The market is just absolutely insane. Everything is getting sold. See, now we're getting our pop. Getting our pop higher. Probably should have bought 1,000 shares instead of 500, but oh well. There's always another opportunity, I guess. Yeah, we're going much lower. The volume on the declining issues is getting higher. We just jumped down to 321 on the Dow. Could close this out here. In fact, I may just go ahead and still looks positive here. Let me just close out 400 shares. I'll let 100 ride. Expect that to pop right back up again. Yep, there, it should go now. It should definitely go now. There's definitely something wrong here. There we go. There we go. I'm glad I kept 100. I got one more 100 I can sell. I'm going to sell it close to this top if I can. Keeping my eye on the internals. They still look negative. We're hitting 41 here. 41, 41, 41, 48. That's pretty close to the high right there. I'd probably exit the rest of these. Pretty soon. Let's see if it breaks through. It's at 69.49. Market internals still look like they're working in my favor. Everything's pretty negative. The Dow is dropping to 339, 340. And we may top out here, but the internals still look like they're working in my favor. A lot of volume to the downside here. Lots of volume to the downside. Now there's only 36 advancing issues. That is absolutely horrible. This is, yeah, it's pretty bad. So I'll hang in there with this last 100 lot. We hit 51. Come on, if we see if we can break through here. I like to buy the extremes. I think that's all we're going to get, so I'm going to get out there. Sold it at 69.50, which was my target. Then all I have to do is, I've got the DDM loaded. All I have to do is go back here and load up my DXD again. And wait for an extreme. I like to play those extremes, and I like to play the volatility. Now, we're way down here on the DDM. I might actually go for a long position here on the market. We're down 341 on the Dow. The market internals have not turned yet, but I'm getting ready because I like those extreme. I like those extreme moves. If I can hit the extreme on one of them, I'll show you how quickly you can make some money. I'm going to go long on this. If it breaks through here and we get a nice long bar down, it'd be a great time to go long. And get some really positive action on these. Let's see what the market internals look like here. Yep, we're down 347, 348. There it goes. Selling off, baby. Go, go, go. I love to buy the extremes. That's why I call this extreme trading. You like to get down to those extreme levels. Well, it looks like it's holding right at this level here. Come on, breakthrough, breakthrough. Market's down 351, 353. It's going, it's going, it's going. Probably should have held on to my DXDs a little bit longer. Probably would have made a lot more money. And there it goes. There it goes. There it goes. There it goes. Ugh. Didn't give me a chance to get that extreme. 377, 379. It's still going. Come on, go, baby, go. 382. Go, go, go. Yeah, it still looks bad. Internals look bad. I'm trying to catch those extremes. Yeah, probably should have held on to those DXD. Yeah, you can't think about that because you have to worry about the next trade. Always look at the next trade. Try to buy those extremes. Come on, big long bar. Big long bar. 397. 397. Do I hear a 400? 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 Let's see where we are on a historic basis. Yeah, we're way below that. Let's see where we are on the VIX. Just curious. Yeah, VIX is up around 35 here. Yeah, it's made another high. I want to go 5 days. There we go. Go, baby, go. Get up my DDM because I want to hit those extremes. Ah, missed it. Could have hit it at 320. Let's see what that probably is. That's around 312. See what the low of that bar is there. The low bar is 53.11. So I want to see if I can hit that 53.11 now that it's bounced back a little bit. If it comes back in, I want to hit that 53.11. Yeah, it may not give me a chance. Come on, 53.11, 53.11. If it closes in the upper half of this bar, then I'm going to go long on the very next bar. Yeah, it looks like all of a sudden some buying came into the market. Well, amazing at 400. Down 400 points and some buying came in. And we're trading down below 50% in that bar. If I hit 53.11, excuse me, I may jump in again. Even 53.25 looks attractive at this point. But the market internals are not confirming. In fact, they look like they're still going to go down. Let's see what happens. We got a green bar every time. We might have something here. Might have a long trade after all. Quick one. Very quick one. Back up to 53.50, maybe 53.60. So it's going to be a very short-term trade. Basically, what you are is a speculator. You are providing liquidity to the market by speculating, especially at these extreme levels. When people want to get out, you say, "I'll take that. Give me that. I'll take it." You take their stock off their hands, and hopefully other people see that you are taking stock off their hands, and other speculators will jump in to take stocks off people's hands and raise the prices. I may have missed this one, guys. 53.59. Let's see where we're going here. We're almost at the end of this bar. 53.41. Now you get into a higher risk situation. See, if I had been paying attention, I could have gotten at 53.11. I already had a 30 cent profit on that. That's why I like to trade at the extremes. But it's already trading higher, so now we have to we're not going to get this one. Let's go back to our DXD. DXD here was traded up over 70. Wow, now it's trading back down. Now we want to go ahead and take a look at taking that position again. I jump in and out of these same positions quite frequently based on the Dow and the market internals, because even in a bear market you get rallies. So what we want to do is take a look at the market internals. Market internals look like the market will retrace here, 359, 358. That'll hurt our DXD. We just wait for the extremes, 354, 356. We want to see these extremes. If we can't see the extremes, then we don't trade. 355. I mean, for the market to come back, let me just show you these internals here. For the market to come back from these extreme oversold levels, you can see how extreme this oversold level is. On both the top are the number of issues declining. I mean, we are at minus 2,666. The volume continues to drop lower and lower, and we are at a minus 678. That means for every the volume on the downside is 7 times more than the volume on the upside. That is extreme. You're always better off going with the trend. Trading the short side in the direction of the trend. Once in a while, though, you can get pretty violent. Reactions in anti-movement trends here. Now we're at 348. We're going to get an extreme on the DXD. And 69.51 looks like an attractive entry point. Ah, missed it. All right, come on, come back down. Now it's starting to trade up. See if it goes back down to 69.51. Come on, baby. Yeah, we're going in there. I got it at 66. Get ready. Go ahead and sell the position. Market internals look good. Let's see if we can retrace it back up to 70 here. Volume continues to decline. It's amazing. Absolutely amazing. Yeah, we're back up to 72, 72. We got in at 66, which was pretty close to an extreme price. We didn't get that 69.50 like I wanted. That's okay. 69.76. Let's see, I want to take out 400 rather than my entire lot here. And just catch a little profit off of that. And close out the rest. Let's see how the market internals look. I always like to close out the majority of my position for at least some profit. And it doesn't look good. Looks like we might get a counter rally here. We're down 361, 354. I'm out. Load up our guns. Take it to another extreme. Hey, when you're dealing with, $5 commissions, you can trade pretty actively here. Let's see if we get another entry point. If we trade down to 69.50 again, we may be a very attractive entry point again. But the internals look pretty good on the upside. Let's see what DDM is doing. Let's see where we are for the day. We're up $254 for the day so far. Not too shabby, but the market's just not moving that much. I mean, we've had a couple of big spikes, but when you're dealing with pennies here on your trades, yeah, we're getting a nice spike up. The market's coming back pretty strong, 337. That's why I got out of that DXD position. We may have an opportunity to get back into that pretty soon, because we want to trade. There's my DXD I'm watching on the other screen. We're also looking at these market internals. The market internals continue to look bad. So let's go back over here to DXD, because I don't think this counter rally is going to last very long. So we want to go see if we can't get back in here on an extreme bar. Ooh, 69.33. Get some extreme here. 32, 31. Market, I gotta wait for the market internals to tell me when exactly I should be getting in, because we're gonna see this counter rally continue. $69.43. It's trading higher again. I just don't like sitting through these downdrafts. So I could have gotten in at 69.50, but you can see it traded all the way down here to 69.30. Now it's trading back up again. We're at 342 on the Dow. So I keep an eye on that. 341, we're still rallying. 340, we're coming back. Wow, 338, wow. So that should hit it. That should bring it back down. But it looks like people are buying the DXD here because they think I actually think the market's heading lower. I don't know why they would think that. I mean, we're only down 345 points. So, yeah, it looks like we're going lower, that's for sure. I may have missed my entry point on this one, but we'll give it another second, huh? Let's take a quick checkup of the Dow Industrials. Let's see how they look on an intraday basis here before we take another trade. Take a longer term view. We are hitting right up against the support level that I had identified earlier. That is a support level that goes back quite a ways. That's a support level that goes back to here, which was back in 06? Yeah, July 24th of 2006. That was, July 17th actually. So we are hitting right up against there, and there is a potential here for the market to to turn around. That's why it's always probably a good idea to pay attention to the counter trends, because if you get a good counter trend here, and you can hit the bottom, you might be able to make some money. This could be a potential bottom where the market turns around here. I wouldn't discount it at this point. I may end up trading this extreme here on the DDM. If this holds, we could get a nice little rally here going. Keep an eye on my market internals. You know what? I'm going to go in right here. Market internals turn green, and if we get a little rally, I could get another $25, $250 profit. We're up to 360. Let's see, I got in at 53.30. Let's call it 53.40. I'm already up 8 cents. And it looks like this could move a little bit higher here. We're down 353, 352, 351. Yeah, we're moving higher. This market could move a little bit higher here. A little counter trend rally. 350. I'd like to see it continue to tick up. 347. There we go. We got on at 40, so we're up 20 cents. We're up $20, $60. I'm going to settle this. Market internals just turned negative somehow. Got a little bit of cash in there. We're up to 322 now. Made a little $75 profit on that, so we're up to 322 for the day. It's kind of like playing a game, you know. You're just kind of out here playing a game. I like to use the Dow as my chessboard, if you call it that. I just like to take a look at the extremes of these moves. Let's take a look at the DXD. What I'm interested now at this point is you see this topping tail here on the DXD, and then you've got a corresponding. I mean, you got a topping tail here, you got a topping tail there. So there's a potential here for the market to move somewhat higher. We're down 349. The market internals have to confirm, and that's what I'm always looking at. I'm always looking at this making a new low. The advanced declines, of course, most stocks are down now. So, you know, I mean, when you take a look at the number of stocks declining, there's only 9 stocks 10 stocks advancing. I mean, how bad is that? You know, so I mean, this could. I mean, can it go any further lower? Yeah, it could go further lower, but you know, it's starting to tick up a little bit here. I may have to go back into this DDM trade. Well, let's see where it goes first. I'm not going to jump in just yet. Let's see if it confirms itself and it can actually go. I'll keep DDM on my other screen. I'm going to keep the DXD up here, which is the ETF I want to buy if the market continues lower. But it looks like we're getting a little counter trend here. Now, the only thing that concerns me, of course, is this uptick in the number of issues that are advancing. But remember, it was at extreme levels. Now, look at that big uptick there. Let's see if there's a big uptick on the volume. If the volume upticks, then we may have the opportunity here for a long position counter trend rally. Let's see what's happening here. Yeah, it looks pretty strong. Let's see if it sticks. It doesn't look like it's going to stick. You know what? Go back to my DXD. Market internals will turn in negative again. Let's see if we can get in here at an extreme level. Down 29.30. This is what I do. I play chess with the market. The market makes a move, then I make my move. That DXD wants to trade up again. We'll see. We're only up, you know, we've got 2,808 declining issues on the New York Stock Exchange. We only have 11 advancing issues. So things are pretty bad. If I wanted to, I mean, the ideal situation is to always trade, take the short side of the market, because that is where the momentum is. Momentum is to the downside. Let's see. Now, in 30 minutes or so, we made, about. It's because I've got 30 minutes that I've been recording this video. We made close to $200. So $200 in 30 minutes is not too bad. I want to take on this extreme trading. See, it looks like they're buying up the DXDs, anticipating that the market's going to trade lower again, and the market internals look like they will trade lower again. Possibly. Not entirely convinced, though. I mean, it does. Obviously, the trend is down. You want to stay with the trend. you've got this little topping tail. Now this is a 1 minute chart of the advanced decline line, and this is a 1 minute chart of the volume. So I am trying to stay on top of this like every second. I don't like these two large bars here. That means that there's indecision in the market. So I may have to stay clear here for a few seconds. I want to see, this is indecision in the market. When these two large bars happen like that, that normally means the market, it's not really going to do anything for a while. And even though we're not trading options here, we're actually trading the stocks. Just going sideways does not help our position at all. It doesn't help at all. We want movement. We want to be able to get in when we have an opportunity to capture extreme price movements. This is actual trading. I mean, this is my real money. This is my own money that I'm putting on the line to trade this stuff. And you know, if I can, even if I only make a $25 profit on a trade, I'll take it, because money is money. Who's gonna hand you 25 bucks, right? So, but the thing is, I do not want to take a trade in which I am uncertain. I want some confirmation from the internals in the price action itself. Let's see if we can get one more in here before I close out this video. We may not get one though. I'll wait a couple minutes. Just a couple of minutes, that's all. The only thing that bothers me is this topping tail here. We may have to turn our attention elsewhere. Let's see what else I can find. There's not much action anywhere right now. So we'll stick with the DDM. We've had pretty good success with them so far today. Well, I turned my eyes away and I missed that trade. I could have caught a few pennies here. The market internals and everything else look like they're lining up. The only thing that bothers me is this little topping tail here. I'm not a big fan of that. So I may go to the DDM and see if, in fact, you know, I like to trade these extremes. So I'd rather set that up as an extreme trade here. I don't like that topping tail either, but I got a topping tail at the bottom. I got topping tails at the top. What does that tell you? Well, it means it's probably this thing. You know, we could end up trading sideways for the rest of the day, and it's only 12:28. You know, so let's see what happens here. You know, I'm playing chess with the market, and the market, you know, when the market makes a move, you know, let me show you these internals again, because I'm constantly looking at these. When these trade down, normally, I've got this on a 1 minute chart. Normally, when these trade down, the prices follow. So I'm using this as a leading indicator of prices. They turn green as soon as the new bar comes up, but then they turn red. I want to see if they continue to turn red or they do actually turn green. I just don't like these. I just don't like that little topping bar there. That wick. That's the only reason I didn't take this trade, and it would have turned out to be a good trade, but it was too much. It was high risk in my estimation. It's high risk. Yeah, we're kind of at an extreme here. This might actually be a good place to enter. Let's see. I'm getting green bars on my advanced decline and my volume levels. This could be a good entry point here. Let's see where we're trading. It's just not trading at all. I'm going to go for it here. I'm going to get in. I see everything is going green. Oops. Let's see if we get a little rally here. We should get a rally. All the internals are going green. Yeah, my internals, I've got 3 green bars in a row now. I'll just show you my internals real quick. I've got 3 green bars and it just jumped up. I've got only 1 green bar on volume, but that shows me that there's some strength here, so I might be able to get out of this with a nice little profit. 53.46. I am going to take 400 off. I like to capture as much profit as I can as soon as I see some extreme levels here. My internals look good. My instrument panel is good. I'm playing chess with the market. The market made a move. I responded. And oh, we're up 17 issues now. I am trading against the trend of the market, though. I am trading against the trend, so you have to be extremely nimble when trading against the trend of the market. I'm going to get out at 400 shares there, take a small profit. I still have 100 shares left. What did I get out? I only got about 14 cents on there. I didn't get very much, but it's enough. It's enough for a little profit. I still have 100 shares left. I can let that ride. I don't like to do that when I'm trading against the market, though. But I mean, I'm getting some green bars over here, so I may let this ride a little bit. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 green bars on my advanced decline issues. I've got 2 green bars on my volume. So, I can afford to hang in there a little bit with these last 100 shares. See if it makes me some money. It does seem like it wants to go a little bit higher. See if it completely engulfs this red bar here. If it does, it might be a very good sign that it's going to continue higher. It's called an engulfing, a bullish engulfing pattern in the candlestick charts. I'm not so sure it's going to go that high, so I'm getting out. So let's see, we made a little bit more profit. We're up to $402 now, and that's in about 250 of that was in the last 40 minutes. So that's all I do every day. I mean, I just take a look at the extremes of the market. I take a look at these bars. I mean, these 4 bars set me up for, if I see a couple in a row, I might go look to go on the long side. I see 3 of these. I might continue to long side here. Now I'm just going to be monitoring to see, in fact, if the trend has changed, and we do start to trade a little bit higher in the market. I have to reload my gun. And we'll see if this market trades higher, but it looks like it wants to try. If it goes above this little tail here, we might have a chance for a pretty good rally up to 55, and I'm going to be riding it all the way. But so far, I have a nice profit of $402 for the day. Don't look at this because these are some old option trades that I had, but just take a look at these profits for the day. You can see that the DXD, which is the ETF for the short side of the Dow Industrials, I made more money than I made on the DDM, which was on the long side of the market so far, and that's pretty much usually how it goes. I guess I could have held my last 100 shares a little bit longer, but you know what? It never hurts to take a profit. And there are other opportunities to get in. Whoa, boy, that really jumped. So we may have an opportunity here to trade now from the long side if it looks like there is in fact a trade. This market is going to turn around and start trading higher. I don't know if it's going to last or not. Let's take a look at the DXD. We're probably getting some extreme readings here. Yeah, we're way down here. Let's see if this holds. The market internals look pretty good. I mean, actually bad. We're still only, remember, we're in, when you think about the market itself, we are in a bear market for today. I'm just talking about the day. There are 2,789 stocks declining. There are only 38 advancing. That's pretty bad. And you do have these advanced, you have these rallies every once in a while, but now I would take the extreme other side of the market and say, you know what? You had a nice little rally here, but if you take a look at the day, you're in bad shape. This is how bad this day is. So you can have a little rally, but it may not last. So that's why I would take this side. Let's just hang in here for a couple of minutes and see what actually happens. Oops, I actually didn't mean to do that, but I'll take the trade. And we are trading a little bit higher, not a lot, but a little bit higher. I got it 69.09. It's not too bad of a trade. Just a little extra profit here. 69.13. I've got a red arrow. My volume is starting to decline on my my internal indicators. The advancers are starting to go back down again. So I may have caught something here, but I'm not going to hang around for it, I don't think. Yeah, the internals do not look good at all. So I'd like to catch these extremes. I probably pulled the trigger on that trade subconsciously. Yes, you should take that trade. Didn't actually mean to pull the trigger on it, but as long as I did, I can make a profit. Yeah, we're up there. We're going higher. We're going higher. We're going higher, and I'll take my profits. I didn't really mean to get into that trade, but I'll take it. Now we're up to 480. Yeah, give me a little $50 profit or so. But anyway, that's how we do extreme trading. It's pretty interactive. It's constantly we're monitoring the internal situation of the market at all times. If I can come out with $1,500 a day, that's my goal. And when you do this, when you take a look at these internal sensors here, I consider this my control panel. And when I have a green light, I'll go long. When I have a red light, I'll go short. But measuring the number of advancing and declining issues, the volume that's going into those issues is a very, very nice way to trade, because you can generally what happens is you'll get the signal on these indicators before the price starts to move on you. So you have a little bit of an advanced warning. See, now it looks like we're turning around. We went negative. Now we're going back up again. If that trend continues where we're going higher and the number of issues continues to increase that are going higher, then I'll start trading more confidently from the long side. I traded very confidently from the downside, which gave me a good amount of profit for the day so far. But I'm constantly monitoring these. You can tell that when you see a lot of red bars, that means the market is just going to continue to decline. When you start to see a grouping of green bars like this, then the market will probably continue higher. So anyway, that is extreme trading. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Go out there and trade with confidence.